All right, so you know that you're gifted and you're scared to dip into the spiritual world. Everything's spiritual. It's kind of scary, right? You know, you never know if you're going to run into the wrong energies and entities. You don't know what you're really doing. You're just scared of the unknown in general but you still have that curiosity. You still want to use your gifts. You still want to dive in. You just don't know how or why or when or anything like that. Well, this video is for you, honey boo boo choo choo woo woo woo. Welcome to Spiritual Thursdays, where I help you expand your gifts, frequency, and spiritual knowledge, baby. Okay, so the biggest thing that I need you to understand is you are way more powerful than you believe. Everything, everyone, we are all a part of one consciousness. That would be God, source, whatever you want to call it. Before anything was anything, it was just one massive collection of energy, okay? And this massive amount of energy wanted to experience. Therefore, it spreaded itself out, which makes up everything. You, me, the earth, all the other different dimensions, realities, creatures, beings, everything that is in existence is all a fragmentation of this mass amount of energy, okay? So it can experience, all right? So that's number one. You are a fragment of source, God, of this most powerful being, okay? So you are extremely powerful. I couldn't tell you how important or how powerful intent is. That's one big thing on my videos is intent, because it's true. Intent is a power. It's an energy. It's a frequency. It is a power, okay? Most things that we make happen is through intent, all right? Whether we are aware of it or not, we put an intention out there and it does something every single time, whether we are aware of it or not. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but anyway, when it comes to this unknown and all these creatures and all this, you know, everything, you know, scared to be in tune, well, let me tell you, all you have to do is, even if you feel like that you don't have the strength to protect yourself or whatever, which you do, any sort of being that comes your way, demonic or not, it doesn't matter what it is, you are powerful enough in yourself to make it go away. And you can come at me all you want, but you are very, we can use tools all we want, but intent is enough. And having that intent of making something or someone leave is enough. You can also, just for that extra safe measure, you can also use all the tools. I have a video on smudges. I have a video on all sorts of things to help you gain the knowledge you need to be able to tap into this unknown. So there is more than just this video that you can rely on to help you get a greater understanding and not fear the unknown so much, and using your gifts. But you can also ask for help. Like, you can, all the beings, all the different gods and goddesses from every religion also exist on a different plane. And we can use these people, not use them, but we can definitely reach out to these other beings and have them help us along the way. Usually they're happy to do so. Some of them, especially when it comes to gods, they you know, they may require something or want to do a contract, or they might want to, you know, but when it comes to God and goddesses, we'll do that on a later note, because we're just here to introduce them. That is something that, you know, you can come across and you can request help from. Absolutely. There's even dragons on a dimension, unicorns, you freaking name it. In another dimension, they're there, and they can snip in here and help us in our life here on Earth for, you know, for many reasons. But one of the biggest things is for protection. My personal one that I use the most is Archangel Michael. So if I feel like I'm not strong enough to pursue something, or strong enough to feel like I just need that extra reassurance of protection, you know what I'm saying, I call on Archangel Michael or my spirit guides. Be like, yo, can you I'm asking you to please protect me. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know, you definitely have to show your appreciation, especially the Archangel Michael. He really loves the appreciation. He loves to be thanked. But yeah, he definitely, don't be afraid to ask for help from other beings, because they will be there to help you. I would not work with gods before, I would work with angels and stuff first before you start digging into gods, because gods, some of them can trick you, some of them can, you know, you think you're going in for something good, and what good is to you and what good is to them are two different things, and it can stir up your whole life, and you don't want to do that, which that sort of thing wouldn't happen for you unless you really like tried to make that happen, like reaching out to someone like Loki and being like, I want this. And one big thing is, it is okay to be afraid. You know, real courage, courage is not being without fear. Courage is having fear and going with it anyway. So, and you'll be surprised at the magic and how many beautiful things, just the word magic alone, I think is enough to say, like, it is magical to, once you dive into the unknown and you start seeking your own answers and finding them. And there's plenty of YouTubers too, YouTubers of books, you name it. There's all sorts of things and ways for you to get the answers you need with, before you even dive deep into it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely take that in consideration. I really wanted to make this video to help reassure you that you can, and it is okay to try to dig into the unknown and to tune into your gifts. I promise. One thing I do have to say is, when it comes to your third eye, I'm sure you've heard about what a third eye is a pineal gland, is the scientific term for it. But before you open your third eye, definitely do your research. Definitely in general, do your research before you dive too deep on trying to dig into the gifts that you do have. You know what I'm saying? Because it just depends on what gifts that have been, you know, presenting themselves to you that made you scared of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? I do have a video out on it's called Watch Before You Open Your Third Eye. Definitely give that a watch, because before you open your third eye and try to tune into all those gifts, there's definitely some things you need to know and to make sure you're protected and everything is good and kosher and hunky-dory. Okay, so I know today this was probably a short video. I got cut in the middle. I got cut in the middle of it and had a couple of phone calls that insisted on coming through. So now I'm all jumble-wumbled. So if I was going on earlier on this video about one subject and then I switched it up, I totally lost my train of thought on this video. So it kind of took a left, but that's okay. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment if there's any questions you may have, and I can bring up this subject again and we can go over anything you need to know, want to know. I got you, boo boo choo choo woo woo loo. I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye.